I feel like I look like an old-timey ice cream man today.
You look like you would be serving me a double scoop.
Sure would.
I don't know what I look like today. It's just I look adorable. I know that.
That's true.
I did a sex toy unboxing today, and there's a costume that came within it, and so I put it on. It's like a sexy Santa Claus or a sexy elf. I'm not sure. I walked out to see Keith.
Let's see what Keith thinks.
I was like, yes,
Yep.
it is a sex thing.
Yes, Daddy, it is.
Correct. And now we have to fuck. I'm so sorry. Welcome to What the Sweet Fuck. I'm Meghan Tonjes.
I'm Nicole Fody.
And this is where we talk about all things
fuck-worthy.
Fuck-worthy. How did your experiment go last week when you put it on our secret, not so secret channel?
Oh, I haven't checked it, but let me check it right now.
Yeah, great scientist, Nicole Fody.
Well, because it's also not done. Like, I figured one video wouldn't really change anything, but we got 1,600 subscribers on it and 1,600 views on the video, which literally is pretty much the same amount of views as it gets regularly. So
interesting. So we'll continue the experiment. I put mine up on my channel, hoping that it would just drive some people there.
Yeah.
I know it's probably extra confusing with everything that's happening of like another place to go, and like, you know, people that dip out for a while coming back and being like, what happened to What the Sweet Fuck?
Yeah.
But I'm down to keep trying this experiment and see, you know, maybe the trick is starting a new channel.
Yeah, I made a little like preview, like, are you like looking for What the Sweet Fuck video? And it was gonna self-destruct, but I'm like, maybe I should leave it up. Just like, you know, if anyone sees that title and is like, oh, actually, yeah, bitch, I am.
I mean, listen, I'm looking forward to, maybe it's time for What the Sweet Fuck to become a TikTok. Maybe it's time for What the Sweet Fuck. Can you imagine those edits? Just click.
Amazing.
I think maybe it's time to ease into that next generation.
Yeah, Twitch stream What the Sweet Fucks.
It's on my to-do list amongst all the other projects of things that I want to do now that apparently I have all this time. It's like,
I literally bought, oh gosh, I'm trying not to go on a million tangents, but I feel like this happens every time. But I bought a program called Motion to like, it like lets you edit your own transitions and whatever. Like, it was $50 on the Apple Store. And I bought this like a month and a half ago. Haven't opened it. I keep intending to learn things and just, I bought Skillshare. I got like a Skillshare.
So did I. Haven't logged into it once, but I paid for it. I have this intention of like, I'm gonna sit down and start learning, but then inevitably what happens is I wake up and I'm like, you know what, maybe it's just good enough that I'm breathing today. And maybe I just need to like, maybe if I could cook one meal today, like that'll be
That's where
so clearly we're doing well.
I'm here for I'm 20 years late on this, and I am almost embarrassed to admit how much I love it. Okay. But there's a show. Okay. I'll lead everyone on for a second. There's a show. It's 40 seasons of this show. Okay. It started in the year 2000. And there are 2 seasons on Netflix. One happens to take place in the Philippines. We were scrolling through Netflix. Ken was like, oh, that's in the Philippines. Let's watch that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Survivor. I have never seen the show in my life. Never not once.
Survivor?
I've never seen even a clip of it. All I know, the extent of my knowledge of Survivor is that, spoiler alert, skip ahead 10 seconds, Rich, the gay guy from season 1 won. That's all I know. And so we watched this season. I think it was Cagayan, and it's on Netflix, and then there's another season on Netflix. And then I find out that all of the seasons are on Hulu. So guess what the fuck we've been doing? We've literally
Survivor.
Been watching Survivor. I haven't binge watched a show. I literally cannot tell you how long it's been since I binge watched a show. Here I am, literally 3 seasons in the 3rd season right now, watching fucking Survivor and like into it.
I saw this on Twitter. I don't know that I need to go into it too much. I feel like you're gonna know exactly why I'm here for this. Let me share this with you. Can you see this? Yes. So this is a tweet that came across my timeline. It says, "My sister moved into a new house and found this in the wall of her basement." All right. So tiny little baby face just peeking out.
Wow.
Just
that is a
peeking out.
find. That is a find.
I would need a home inspection immediately and an exorcist.
I feel like equal parts of me would want to open that wall and see what's behind. You know, maybe unearth a little prize.
You know, I would be intrigued. I won't lie. But I've also become aware of the fact that I probably would die in the horror movie, because the other night I heard like a weird sound in the kitchen. It was just like dishes moving or something, but it was so unexpected. And then I went towards the sound. And as I was doing it, I was like, I don't think this is incorrect. But my curiosity, you know, it was there and it would have killed me probably. Or just my absolute optimism in believing that I could come face to face with a ghost and survive. I don't know where that came from. The bravado of it all. Yeah.
Suck it up.
I've been training my whole life for. What I want to talk about today is nothing in particular in the news. I just wanted to check in and have an update where we talk a little bit about how we're doing.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that definitely works then.
Yeah, I just wanted us to talk a little. So at the beginning, before we started recording, Nicky and I talked a little bit, and I'll put that here, of what it feels like to be a creator currently after doing this for over a decade, and like how that's shifting for us. I'd rather sit down, know what I want to say, actually construct that message, and then be able to just speak it's hard because it does feel like such a disconnect of like what we're so used to being able to do. So it feels, I'll speak for myself, it sort of feels like a cheat sometimes of like, oh, you know, because for so long,
like this isn't real enough.
Yeah, we've just like gone online and spoken about our feelings right after things happened, and like as we were in it, and that's not good enough for me anymore. But yeah, I just felt like we hadn't checked in a while, and I know that, you know, everyone's doing their own thing and just trying to keep their head afloat. Maybe their whole body.
How the BBs are doing. If you can leave a comment.
Yes, I want to know how the BBs are doing as well. Like, I know everyone's, you know, there are obviously different variations of how everyone is handling this or in the position that they're in. I know a lot of people are losing loved ones. I know a lot of people have lost their jobs. I know a lot of people are stressed out about money and where they're going to live. And I would love to check in on the BBs. So let us know below how you're doing. I feel like the BBs are such a good little community and such a good little support system. And so feel free to go down those comments and just love on each other a little bit.
Also, let us know where you're from, like what state or what country, because that gives us a little perspective of like, obviously, if you're from New Zealand, you're probably doing a little bit better than countries who fucked it up. But yeah, let us know.
We're living in the epicenter, truly. The mayor of LA just released the whole thing talking about like new restrictions, and I read it and I was like,
the contradiction report.
It's all open. Apparently, it's like don't go outside with people from outside your house, but if you want to go to the mall and get a pedicure, cool.
It literally says it's like no, or all travel is restricted, or like there's some real big word. I can't think of like real
it's
dire
literally
word.
Like cars, buses,
by foot,
bicycles by foot. You can't be going anywhere.
But then it says like, you know, you
schools
can go wherever
are open, sports are open, malls are open, restaurants are open. I mean, so it's just again, I think what I'm interested in is beyond obviously all the information that we're getting and everything that's happening. I would love to know how everyone is viewing this in the way of like how consciously making the choice for yourself of like how you're going to deal with the end of this year into the next year. Because I talking to Keith about this. I'm like, I've just sort of made the decision for myself. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going out to anything. And that probably won't change until at least the spring or summer. And so I think I'm trying to accept that that's my choice of like, regardless of who says what and what's okay. I know what I have to use this time for, and this time is going to have to be mostly for inside. And yeah, just sort of trying to think of what that is going to be and look like, and how much of that is going to be dependent on me curating sort of what I'm doing every day, so that first of all, I don't completely lose my mind, and also that I'm staying in touch with people I need to stay in touch with, but also in the time that I have, maybe I'm using this as opposed to scrolling down and like stressing myself about every little thing that's happening. Maybe this is the time I should be using to do all those things I never had time for, or all the things that I was avoiding doing or avoiding feeling. And that's a scary decision to make when you also know that you can't physically be around people you love, or I can't go travel, or I can't do any of these things. I guess it's also freeing in the sense of I'm not waiting for any government official to tell me like, okay, now it's okay to do this.
Yeah.
I'm sort of just making decisions for myself, and then keeping myself hopefully accountable to that decision.
Yeah. And speaking of COVID testing, you got that little in your nose, right?
Oh, I did.
How'd that feel for you?
First of all, I loved it. Let me tell you.
It made me cough. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt at all.
I didn't get the one that I got. Okay, so the background. I went to go do a thing at IPSY, and probably the only thing they got to shoot this year, because I feel like literally as soon as that week ended, it was like, we're shutting shit back down. So glad I got in when I could. I had to go the day before and get COVID tested, and I know there are different varieties of this test. It wasn't one that went deep. It really was one that just like, they took the like Q-tip and they just sort of went around my nostrils for a while. So it felt pleasurable to me. I liked it. It wasn't even like I felt like I was going to sneeze or anything. It was just like a very interesting sensation.
Yeah.
And so I don't think I'm the one to ever be trusted on like the consensus of what's uncomfortable or painful, because I have tattoos on my fingers and feet. So clearly I am fucked up. Okay. Clearly I've accepted that pain to a point that it is almost pleasure, because I have ink on my bones, bitch. You know, so that's like like I paid someone to do it. So clearly something is going on.
I had the one that I went to the emergency room. That's another story.
But Nicky. Nicky, please, God. Literally today when you were responding to my text, I was like, maybe someone died or he's in the hospital. Like that's where my mind went.
No, it's funny. Ken's cooking onions right now, and I'm gonna start crying. But I went because I was having like chest pains for like 2 weeks. So I went to the emergency room, and so I had to get EKG and like blood tests. They took blood tests from each of my arms. I don't know what the purpose of that was, but and whatever, a bunch of tests. And at the end of it, they were like, we don't know what's wrong. So basically, what I think it was a pinched nerve, because I've been like not moving my body and pretty much slouching at my computer. So what I ended up doing was like literally stretching every day, all day, like this, like trying to open up as many of my bones as I could. And I haven't had chest pain for a couple of days, so that's good. I usually like to jog in place, because you know how I do.
Because you hate the neighbors that live below you.
No, luckily there are none. But
there you go.
Yeah, but I sprained my ankle while I was walking to the doctor. So that's healing right now too. But all of that to say, when I was at the fucking emergency room, they're like, we're going to do a COVID test. I was like, I just had one 2 days ago, which was like the one where you put the swab around your mouth. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is easy. and that came back negative. But he's like, well, we're just do another one just to make sure. So he has this thing, and he's like, okay, it's gonna go in deep, and not even a split second, it was in the back of my throat. I'm like, how the fuck? Where's the hole? I want to see the cross section of my face, because how did that work? Because I was choking immediately. But I guess you didn't experience that kind. So now I feel
I didn't experience
we had
that
different
kind,
experiences.
but to be fair, my sexual history has really opened me up for the fact that even the idea of being told, "Hey, here's a warning," sounds like a dream. I've actually, you know, in this time, you know what I've done? I'm reclaiming my virginity. That's what I'm doing.
That's good.
It was a while before, and now that we're in lockdown, it's a definite while until. And so I just feel like at this point, though, you know, there's a lot of misconception about the hymen itself and this belief that it like breaks.
You know, just like Joe Biden says, build back better, baby.
Yes, yes. I put myself and my faith in the Lord, and now moving forward, especially to 2021, you know, where we won't be saying any swear words.
Right.
And this is going to be a completely PG channel. I just wanted to say dicks, and just get it out of my system. And before I have to eventually go off next year and find sound effects for all of the animal sounds that I'm saying. Do you know how many times I've gone on YouTube and tried to find like a good cat sound, like to use? Endless. And I haven't saved any of them. Basically, this is just a call for help and for sound effects.
And all that said, who are you today?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna show you who I am.
Oh my God, that's such a better idea. I'm doing
Yeah,
that.
I don't want to fuck around anymore.
Oh my
I'm
God.
over it.
Oh my
I'm
God,
done.
yes.
I'm done.
Wow.
What were we even talking about? Oh, how
a
we're doing in this
genius in our
pandemic.
midst.
I mean, I tell myself this every day. It's like, what am I feeling? Just on the edge of depression and dissociation, and just trying to like, oh, I know. Hold on. This one works. You see it? It's a baby kicking. Oh, there's the camera.
Adorable.
That's me.
Just
That's
treading water.
Me just trying to exist in a world where for some reason for 9 months rent hasn't been fucking canceled and bills are still happening and you know, just trying to pretend it's all okay. It's fine.
Well, on a similar note, this is me. It says we're fine.
Yeah. But the end of this year come in the way that it is. That's exactly what it feels like.
That's New Year's Eve on the way.
I feel like this whole experience has made me more spiritual because I can't be connected to this body anymore. I'm over it. And I can't be connected to this planet or this time or this body. So I'm really just looking forward to like the after death, like when I get to choose whatever new life that I'm coming back in. And I hope that I come back as like a very loved Shih Tzu. You know, that's what I'm trying.
Yeah, you're reaching nirvana.
Yeah, just getting further and further away from being a person, please. You know who I don't want to get further and further away from?
These babies. So we want to give a to Heather Snitch, Farrelloides.
Heather, shut the fuck up, okay?
We got Jeremy Shaw back in the sweet spot.
Oh my God, Jeremy, Shawshank Redemption.
Please, it's ready for you. Joan of
Arcadia, Joan of my heart, Joni Joan. Love you, babe.
Shannon Lala Lemon.
Oh, it's so sweet. It's so tart, that lemon.
And William Harvale.
William, say no shit, Harvale. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
We also want to thank Alexandra Eels.
Alexandra swishing and swiping eels.
Cat Hart.
Cat, the center of my goddamn heart.
Jennifer Best.
Jennifer B. Best.
Cat Waterflame.
Woo. Ha
Woo.
Woo. Wah.
And Stephanie. Oh, and Roberto XS.
Oh my God, Roberto 3XL, my fave.
And we also want to thank all the BBs you see on the screen and the BBs who you don't see, who are our ghost BBs. If you'd like to join us and leave your body, come to the afterlife. Patreon.com/whatthesweetfuck.
I saw this. I'm gonna send this video to you. Maybe it should be a here for it, maybe, but you know, we'll do it another time. Of these two people in a relationship only speaking a transatlantic accent, and I think that's my new life goal.
Well, we can start immediately if you'd like.
You're so good at it. I gotta train. I gotta work it out. Listen, you can find me at Meghan Tonjes on most things, and you're here, so subscribe. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you can find me at Soundly Awake on most things, and the other episode, again, in experimental territory on our not so secret channel, which is WTSF, and you know, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it might be WTSF 1972048E, but you know, it's eventually one day when we get that partner program.
We can change it now. The problem is you can't have 4 letters. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to make 5 letters, because youtube.com/WTSF would be amazing, but they won't allow it unless we have some strings.
Let us know below. Let us know below what we should name the channel. Let us know. If you want to support the channel, if you want to support the program, you can check us out at patreon.com/whatthesweetfuck. And I think that's it. Babes. Go check out the next episode. Subscribe, babe, and let us know below how you're doing. We appreciate you.
Love ya. Bye.
Love ya. Bye.